Why don't you say why? Because you know, I mean, I want to be able to say, you know what, if you want to.
Hi, I'm Mike with ActionFigureNews.ca, and I'm here with legendary star Ernie Hudson, who has agreed to do a small interview with us. So first of all, thank you very much for this interview. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, great. Okay.
You're always my favorite Ghostbuster growing up.
Right. Thank you.
So, what was it like getting back with the cast together for the recent Ghostbusters game that you were a part of?
Well, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I love the guys, and you know, we hadn't been together in a long time, so the video game turned out to be a lot of fun, which is why I think we probably will end up doing the third movie. But it was a lot of fun. I think the video game turned out to be pretty good.
So, can you tell us any more about the new movie that we haven't heard yet?
All I hear is what the fans tell me. So, but I saw Ivan Reitman and his son Jason's movie Up in the Air, and Ivan, who produced and directed the first Ghostbusters, he says if they find a script that everybody's happy with, we can start shooting in the fall. So that's the first signal to me that it's a good possibility of happening.
Recently, you've moved more into TV than you were in the film, and you've done a lot of characters that are sort of recurring characters, but not necessarily part of the main cast. Is there a reason for this, or is this just how stuff has worked out?
No, I think it's basically the way stuff's worked out. But you know, I don't want to do a series unless it's my series or it's something that I'm really involved in. And so until that comes along, it's nice to work a little over here, a little over there, and to sort of play with people that you enjoy. I do a recurring on Law and Order with Essa Baker, who plays Lieutenant Van Buren, and she's been a friend, and I really like her work a lot, so we get a chance to play together. But I'm sort of waiting for something that really makes sense for me. In the meantime, a little here, a little there, Desperate Housewives or Bones or Heroes, whatever. It's nice to be out there.
And you've also worked in a number of different genres: comedy, drama, action. Is there one you prefer? Or?
No, man, I see the job. I mean, I don't know if it's a curse or a blessing. I mean, I don't really have any area that I'm just specifically known for. Like, I got friends who are action heroes, and that's all they do is action, or they're comedians and all they do is comedy. But I've had to sort of do everything from The Hand that Rocks the Cradle to The Crow to Ghostbusters to Oz. So whatever the movie called for or TV show called for, I'm a character actor. So I go with trying to be true to the character.
Sort of more on this. When you did Ghostbusters, not only in terms of the plot, but in terms of the cast, the three main characters, Bill Murray, they had kind of known each other before through SCTV and Saturday Night Live and stuff like that. And also in the film, the characters know each other, and you were someone who was sort of brought into the Ghostbusters a little bit later. So did you ever feel that you were sort of left out as part of the film, or do you feel that you were, just a big part of the team?
That's a joke, right? No, not really. No, it was always a little bit outside of, because of the studio, not because of them necessarily, but the studio, was focused on the three of them, and my character was sort of an afterthought. It felt like that, and but I was glad to be an afterthought. I mean, at that point, I was glad to get the job, and but Winston was always a little bit on the outside, and that's. That certainly wasn't my choosing, and it's just the way it sort of turned out. Hopefully, if there's a third movie, that won't be the case. Hopefully.
And the character of Winston was a lot more of a straight man. He really kind of lends believability to the plot. So, I just wondered, how did you end up getting the plot? Because I've heard all these fan stories about other people who maybe had also been considered. But how exactly did that come about?
Well, I did a movie with Ivan Reitman the year before called Space Hunter with Peter Strauss and Molly Ringwald, and Ivan Reitman produced that movie. And so when Ghostbusters came up, I think probably because I tend to get along with people, and so I think finding somebody to mix with the other three guys who would but at the end of the day, I don't think any actor really knows why he got a job, and he doesn't really know why he didn't get a job. So I'm not quite sure why or how I ended up. I like to think it's because I'm so talented, they had no choice but to give me the job. But for whatever reason, I got the role.
And back in the 80s, you worked on the Super Friends cartoon.
Right.
And how was that? I've heard a lot of stories that the recording sessions had some sort of fun stuff happen. Do you have any sort of anecdotes you'd like to share?
No, it's that was, I don't know how long ago. That was a long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot. I remember a whole lot about 25, 26, 7 years ago. So I just remember having fun doing it. I mean, I'm doing an animated series now that I'm not allowed to mention the name until the studio releases it, but it's a pretty big series. So it's good to be back in the voiceover stuff. I just finished doing the voice on Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2. The Chihuahua now has a brother, and so I'm the brother. And but I always enjoyed. I don't remember anything specifically. Any stories from the studio. It's nice to be a part of it.
And at the same time, they were basically making the real Ghostbusters animated series. Was there any ever attempts to involve you in that? Or?
Well, originally they came to me with the role, and I was working on some film or other. I can't remember, but I think the director really wanted Arsenio Hall. I think it's really what it was, because first they came to me, and then I was working on something, and the next thing I knew, they had already gone. So I think they felt obligated to offer it, but they didn't feel obligated to wait to hear my answer. So I didn't do that animated series, and I always regretted that because I very much wanted to be a part of it. So, but things have a way of working out the way they should, and I'm okay with it, but I still don't understand why I didn't do it.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Great, man. Great talking to you. Yeah, good. Yeah.